Good morning, welcome back to another daily markets outlook video where we're going to discuss all the major dollar pairs and gold. Guys, there is something to discuss because I took 2 TPs last night. So we're ending the month, or we're starting the month very good. And I'm going to explain to you how I took those positions and how they played out eventually. Starting off with DXY. What we can see is that DXY has some downside currently. After we swiped some liquidity over here, we saw a reaction in towards the upside, swiping internal liquidity here, and now we've been starting a downtrend towards like the open liquidity that was situated here, and still the open liquidity target over here, or even lower over here beneath these bearish candlesticks. So either one of two things is going to happen. We push down lower towards this low, and I'm almost certain that this is going to happen. And then we create some bullish order flow once again to start trading towards the highs. That's scenario one. And then we have the different scenario where we push down lower. We come back in towards that supply zone. We push down even lower towards this other liquidity point. And then from there on, we can start looking for some dollar buys once again. Let me see. If we then go to EURUSD, then what we can see there is that we have some amazing price action currently forming. That DXY is trading towards liquidity levels, and on EURUSD we have a liquidity level over here above this bullish candlestick, and then there's the second point of liquidity over here from this also this bullish stick. So either we push in towards here, then a change of character, and then we push down lower once again, so we can enter some beautiful shorts on that price action in towards next week. Or what we can do is we start and just follow the bullish order flow from here. Then we push in towards the last liquidity high. Then we see a change of character. And then we have some beautiful shorts in towards the downside. You can even take a little bit of a riskier entry to put your entry on that liquidity point, your stop loss above the highs, and then targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward towards the lows. But then you don't wait for confirmation, and you're just expecting price to push down lower, and DXY of course pushing up higher. If we then have GU, then GU is already trading inside premium over here, taking out some liquidity. So yeah, if GU can push up a little bit higher than a break of structure, then there are some beautiful short opportunities into play there. And I'm personally going to wait for that, because DXY is not really ready as of now, and I don't want to risk it to just enter with a position on this liquidity and then the stops above here, and then targeting a new lower low, or in my case a 1 to 2 risk to reward. So I rather wait for some confirmation, see the confirmation, and then enter a short position, and there's more than enough room for me towards the downside to take a beautiful trade there. If we then look at NZDUSD, then that also started to trade up a little bit higher. If we draw our premium versus discount tool, we can see we're still in discount, so I do expect NZDUSD to push up a little bit higher. Also, we didn't take out any real significant liquidity yet. We're just following the bullish order flow that has been created, and I'm going to wait a little bit longer for price to come in towards the premium prices and taking out some liquidity. If we then go to AUDUSD, then AUDUSD as well starts to push up a little bit higher, still in discount prices. So don't want to take a short just yet, and together with the fact that there's a lot of liquidity open still above here that we can take out and then see a reaction from. So going to be a little bit more patient with AUDUSD as well. USDCAD is, in my opinion, if we look at what the dollar is doing, still a little bit consolidative, and I do still want to see a little bit of a deeper retracement towards at least liquidity here, even touching in towards this demand zone. Maybe see a clear change of direction, and then some continuation longs together with DXY then being bullish again. USD JPY yesterday started to show us some downwards momentum, together with the DXY, of course, pushing down lower. We are now trading inside this daily demand zone that's over here. Marking that out with a green box, and this could push up price higher once again. Of course, I do still hope that we're going to see some kind of intervention and that we are now going to see lower prices from here on. But yeah, that's going to be waiting. And once again, this is not a real technical position that I took. Then we have USDCHF. USDCHF swiped the liquidity above these highs. Then came back inside of here, had a little bit push in towards the upside. You could have said that on the 4 hour there maybe was a good position to take from this supply zone over here, further in towards the downside for our bearish chain, towards at least this liquidity point. But yeah, at the moment we were trading here, it was not really clear for me just yet. And I'm going to be waiting until we can just continue with the bullish market structure, taking out liquidity here, change of character. Wait, I need to draw it in correctly. Push down, change of character, and then some continuation longs once again. So that's going to be my game plan. If we then move on to gold, then as you can see on gold, the 1 hour is more clear. I took a beautiful long position. Gotta be honest with you, I tried a few times. This is over here. Nope, I don't know where they are situated then. But I already tried to long gold on these two 4 hour breaks here. Then I got stopped out of the position. My stop was also underneath here. Then I tried one more time with a little bit of a stupid stop loss, because I placed my stop loss underneath this low on literally the liquidity. And when I got stopped out of that position, I actually saw what was happening, because this whole move in towards the upside was just buyers getting into the markets. We had some really ugly lows. We swipe all those early buyers, creating a strong low. Afterwards, we break in towards the upside, even 4 hour fractal structure breaks. So we're in line with fractal. Then we look at a clear point of liquidity, that being situated underneath this bearish candlestick. Once we took out that liquidity, I saw that we were slowing down a lot. So I just entered with a market position over here, stop underneath the strong low. And I targeted the liquidity point I wanted to trade towards already for a beautiful 1-4 risk to reward. So that's a really nice trade. What do I expect from gold from here on? After we grab the liquidity, we are now back inside the premium prices of the last 4 hour swing, and also inside a supply zone. So either we push up higher from here, taking out this as liquidity as well, because it's not a really strong supply zone in my opinion, because they're just descending highs. So we push up higher from here, taking out this liquidity, then a clear change of character, and then some continuation in towards the downside. Or from here on, we're just going to see higher prices, continuation of the 4 hour bullish order flow, and we can start to long gold again. But I do think that we're going to trade down lower, take out the low one more time. If we look at the daily time frame, then there is still it's a little bit, it could be a strong low, but I do think we're going to use this low as liquidity to then fuel the next move in towards the upside. In order to really become bullish, we have to break this daily point over here. This is the last supply zone, so the last buy up before the sell down. In order for us to turn bullish, we have to break that retracement, and then we can see some continuation in towards the upside, but we're not yet there. But in the meantime, I did enter a little bit of a short on the 1 hour, 4 hour, or the 1 hour bullish order flow that was created over here. So just overall beautiful position. On silver, I've been talking about it this whole week, where I wanted to see silver also continue up a little bit higher in towards at least this supply zone over here. taking out liquidity. Well, we just did grab that liquidity now, but there's a lot of ugly lows over here. So on silver, I do expect that we're going to grab these lows one more time, and it's just waiting for some confirmation for some downside once again. On copper, copper is kind of consolidative over here now, and honestly there's not a lot of positions to be taken over here just yet. Only thing that I can think of is if we can get a clear break in towards the downside and then a retracement, and then we can target these two equal lows over here as a point of liquidity that we can trade towards, but most definitely not the best position. Then at last there's the other position that I wanted to talk about, this German 40 long that I've been in for 29 or 30 days, so basically a month of waiting. Also just bullish swing structure. We had some points of liquidity. I entered on top of the last point of liquidity in the move up. Just limit order, then we shoot up in towards the highs, created perfect bullish momentum, but then we started to consolidate a little bit over here around the previously monthly open level, continued down lower. Then I was looking for another position after we would take out this supply zone over here, together with then touching upon that yearly open. On the other hand, yes, it could be considered a strong supply zone over here, because of the fact that it took out liquidity, then broke in towards the upside once again. But I wasn't too sure about it, and then the point that started the next move in towards the highs was this low over here, or actually this low over here. Yeah, we did grab the liquidity underneath this low here, did we? Oh no, we didn't even. Okay, so we didn't even grab this liquidity, so didn't consider this strong. Would have liked that this low would be a little bit lower, and then a break in towards the upside would have provided me with a beautiful scale in entry, but didn't got that. Overall, still 2R booked, and really happy with that. Also a really small payout secured with this, and a scale up of my funding account for the second time. So that's showing a lot of consistency in trading that I do, being really defensive and patient and just shooting the right setups. Guys, thanks for watching this market outlook once again. I hope you all had an amazing trading day, and I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video next Monday. Bye.